Hi guys, how are you doing? Let me know if you can hear me. Oh my god. uh so today we will be discussing about what's going on in Nigeria. I'm waiting for guys to come online first. Let me know if you can hear me. Oh man, I see you guys. Six people already. Oh, 30 people. Okay, let me know if you can hear me. Then I just want us to talk. I want make a rapport. Oh, I beg. The situation in Nigeria like is critical. Okay, yeah. Someone asked just recently sent me a DM and asked, oh, like, how is it now? What's the update? In Lagos. Um, it's not that serious. Um, most people that stays on the mainland and VI aren't complaining on social media except those at Ojota. So they're complaining that the police are threatening them, okay, and they shot tear gas towards their direction. And I think that's the only thing I heard about it. But guys, I just want us to talk about what has been going on in Nigeria generally, and that is why I'm doing this. And also, a lot of people have been wanting me to come live so we can actually just discuss. But I'm going to read your comment later, okay? But first, I'm just going to pick one or two questions so I can go on with this. Josh Balumi says, first, let me just greet everybody. Mojo, I see you. Good morning. That's Monique, I guess. Idrissa, I see you. All of you are already here, like from the WhatsApp group. Okay. Rose, Josh Balumi said something. You said, how is it going? Is June 12th? How's June 12th going there? Well, it's going nice. Like I said, like there's nothing that serious apart from the regular, right? Again, you hardly see buses going anywhere. It's very cool outside. There's no noise apart from the places where this protest, are being organized. So apart from there, like it's just silent. Like there's no fight, nothing. So far, we haven't heard about like anybody fighting in Lagos or any crazy thing in Lagos. Protesters are protesting peacefully, but there's something I heard about the Oduduwa Nation, right? They said Oduduwa Nation. Those that I heard it from, this is first-hand information. The guys they are ready to go on the street to protest, whether Sunday Boy is there or not. The area boys. I've got somebody that stays at Mushin area to Far East Side, says like the guys there wants to go out and protest, blah blah blah. But seriously, again, the big question is who's going to be the next president of Nigeria? That's like the big question that I hear all the time. And also, is Tinubu right the guy or the right guy? And because he seemed like to be the only person, the only contender, like who could actually fight off this president, like this current president. I mean, he's the one who put him there, but definitely, of course, he's going to do something like that. I'm going to read your comment, and I just want you guys to ask me any question, and that's why I'm here. Like a lot of people have been telling me to go live. A lot of fans of Mexican Crown Block TV. So let us talk. Let's just have a conversation. Like let's just have a proper conversation, and that's just why I'm here. Oh, let's see. Let's see. Adana Anuru said, okay, yeah, I see you, Henry Ben. I see you. Adana said, yeah, your first live. Yeah, it's been a long time though. Love from Dublin. I see you. Gucci Python. I see you. King's Empire says, what's the atmosphere at the moment? Is it tensed up? Yeah, I think it's sunny. It's sunny outside, like in Nigeria, it's sunny. It's not that. It's been raining, though. It was like it's been raining. No lies about that. But right now it's sunny. Um, Christopher Clever said, "I thought there was a protest today. There was a protest, like I said. The guys, the Oduduwa Nation guys, I think they're also protesting. They're organizing that. It's still early, so definitely before 5 p.m. we should be able to get more information about this. But I'm sure that the police wouldn't do anything crazy. I was about the IPOB something. I actually was able to watch an interview, the president interview again, and there was something he said. The reason why he put out that tweet, and though I hardly even hear our president, I hardly understand what he's saying, but I know like the president is never going to back down. He said he's going to involve the police and the soldiers, and that's exactly what he said. He said that before, he said that in the tweet and confirmed it again. Now, I was talking to somebody yesterday, an old man, because I have an I have an old man as a friend. Sometimes when I'm free, I go to see him, and we just talk about what's going on in Nigeria. And it was he got a friend. A friend came over, and we're just talking. And this friend was like, there was something that he said. It's not like I'm confirming it, right? But he explained to me a documentary that they watched together, and that documentary is about the president, the current president of Nigeria. And there was something that he said that was shocking. He said, because I told him, like, I think a lot of Biafrans don't believe that is the real president, and he agreed. And the person I'm talking about is not an Igbo, but he agreed that is not the real president. That's what he said, not my words. Okay, okay. He said that the man that is there now, like on the seat now, is not the real Buhari. In fact, there was a lot of information that this man gave to me. He said that they organize the barrier, there was a particular journalist that captured the whole thing, and the real Buhari was when it was buried. And I still ask him, I'm still going to call him to send me the documentary, but he said there was a guy that has this secret that knows about the barrier, the real Buhari. Like he said, the real Buhari is dead, and the guy there now is from Sudan. Now, I don't know if you guys have heard about this report, but this guy gave an in-depth explanation that some of it I can't go into it like live like right now, but I'll just give you like the summary of some of the things that he said, and about this this Buhari, right? He said he's not the real president, that is the fake one. So I don't know, like I said, I don't know if you guys have heard about this. He said the real one is dead, and this one that is there is from Sudan, and he's been trained to talk like Buhari, act like Buhari. It looked like Buhari, but they help him with the whole shape of the face and everything. And he said, look at what is happening in this country right now. The country is in chaos, it's upside down. Does it look like we have a president? And I couldn't even answer the question, because seriously, it doesn't look like we have a president. Like, no matter how bad you are, like, at least you should be able to do something and know something. And any question, if you notice, if you watch the interviews, if you ask Buhari any question, he doesn't answer the question. If you ask him the question A, he answers with the answer would be like in Z, like off off key, like more like. And you just keep wondering, is that the answer to the question, or you just don't understand the question, or you're trying to be political about this whole thing? Like, well, we understand you're a politician, but or you're trying to be to just run away from the question. That's basically it. So let me just quickly read some of your comments. I can see some comments coming in. Yes, Christopher Clever said, I thought the poster, I think I've read that. Yeah, it's today. Mustafa, okay. Big Sam Story says Mustafa Bacha for president. Who's Mustafa Bacha? Victor Gabriel said, "What's going on about the protest? Watching from UK. Nothing much. Like I said, nothing really much is going on. There's a protest going on right now at Ojota. The police are, already in front of the protesters and telling them, like, you guys have to stop moving. And that's the only thing I saw. I heard they stopped them from moving further, from advancing. And they said you guys can protest, but the protesters in their defense, they were like, look, we wrote an open letter to you guys, and you said we can do it, right? We can protest, but peacefully, which is what we're doing. So they shot tear gas towards their direction, and that was what happened. But yeah, that's basically it. But like I said about the president, this guy, I'm still gonna reach out to the man, but he gave like an explanation, but as a blogger, I really want to see something convincing. And there was a guy, he's an old man. He has a guy who has all these videos, these documentaries. So I will first confirm if we have the real Buhari, if we have the real guy as the Buhari, because this guy is so convinced. This is a very good friend of mine. Like I've known him for years now. So most of the things that he said, are true, and he is so convinced that this is not the real president. Like the real Buhari is dead. Like this one is from Sudan or South Sudan. I don't know. Like, let me read. That's why I'm asking. Like, have you guys heard like any? Adana said, did you hear of the news that IPOB members debunked the news that they are not responsible for the killings? Yes, I saw it. I saw it yesterday. The IPOB, IPOB, I usually call it IPOB. IPOB, they debunked the news about them being responsible for the killings. And they said they know nothing about it. I saw that. Mojo says, share it with us. I share some of it, but like I said, I like to be convinced and before I say much about it. But yeah, that's what I'm hearing, that we don't have a president, and whoever is there is a clone. Ola Ashadi said, my question is that can a president die without the whole Nigeria unaware? Yes, it can happen. Yes, but you can't keep it away from the people for so long, and I think that's what is happening now. If a president dies and you are able to to quickly replace him or create a clone, not like create, get somebody who could act like him immediately. Yes, the secret could be, you could keep the secret within yourself and nobody would know, but there will be speculations, there will be rumors going on about that. There is no, yes, definitely there will be rumors going on about that. Yeah. Adana says, I heard the information, but they said the fake one is from Niger. And notice how he is interested in building train rail from Nigeria to Niger because his family members are there. Yeah, that's what I read. That's what I saw on social media from a reliable source. On a news platform, right? From a reliable source that he wants to link it. But again, the one that I heard, this man actually explained more, gave me more details about the reason why he think this current Buhari is not the real Buhari, the reason why he think is from South Sudan, But I told him I want to see the video. Definitely, I'll give you guys an update on that if I get to see the documentary. But he said a particular guy covered this and explained about it. I don't think the guy showed his face or something, but it's more like a secret, that they refuse to show to the people. And even you wonder why Oshibajo doesn't really have no say. You wonder why they don't really give this man a platform to talk, like the vice president. You wonder why, the vice president hardly get noticed in anything, anymore. And that is because, this man is a pastor, he's a Christian, and they felt like he's not part of the caucus, or he's not part of them, and he might sleep, So that is why they they might be keeping it away from that. Like, these are rumors, okay? These are not my words. These are just rumors. Why Oshibajo is not being given any platform to do anything as a vice president, more like a ceremonial vice president. Idrissa said we need a person who slap the president as it happens to the French president. The guy even win the case. We need one person who can do that for Nigeria. Uche Oji says, hi people, I see you, Uche. Christopher says, please show us your face without a cap. I've done that multiple times. Please, let's move on to serious stuff. Nkechi Glad says, even politicians will not answer questions the way the so-called Buhari is answering questions. I wonder why. Like, you notice, like, every time you ask him a question, he hardly answers the question directly. It's like he doesn't really understand. He doesn't really know how to answer questions. That's what I think. Some people said he's running away from answering a question or whatever they're saying, but I just feel like it sounds like he doesn't understand the question properly. Notice, go watch all his interviews. He doesn't understand questions, If your love said Buhari is dead 2017, that is what I heard. Mojo said, I would like to see Buhari, the person that got elected, his presidential campaign, how he was then, because seeing him now, I'm wondering how he becomes president. You must understand that during the campaign, we've got people campaigning for him, and he's been president before, and our forefathers are the ones who put us into this mess. I'm sorry to say, my father included. They were convinced that, he's rude before and he wasn't a bad president and he can do better, if you give him a second chance. And Tinubu as well dragged us into this. So I feel like he's got a lot of people who were there to speak for him and stuff like that. And I remember, let's talk about the Biafrans, right? I remember posting a video about Biafra, and I there was a lot of people who came after me who said I shouldn't have said what I said. And if you noticed, after that time, I kind of like toned it down a little bit on the stories about Biafra. But again, at the same time, it really has everybody taking it personal. And me, if you noticed, I'm not even worried. Like, I already said it myself. Like, I'm not even worried. But like, stay away from Biafra. Man, this is a blogger talking. You can't tell a blogger to stay away from news that is supposed to report. I mean, today I'm talking about the president. I could talk about anybody. Like, it's just something that's already out there, and I think people should understand that there's something that is called a job. And but whatever, that's just I feel less bothered about that. But my point there is, I've always been an advocate for like of peace, and most especially when it comes to people agreeing. And now I'm not even including the president. I'm talking about within the people. I'm talking about like you being in your own circle, and that's the same thought I have about the Oduduwa nation. Like, people needs to understand that we have to recognize the enemy. I was talking to somebody who was from Cameroon, and they talked about how the guys who are fighting against the current president of Cameroon, that we have the Anglophones and we have the Francophones, and the Anglophones felt like they're being cheated, right? So they want to break away. They want their independence, but the Francophone, because of what they're getting, and from the Anglophone area, they were like, okay, you guys, we have to listen to us. You guys are our subject, blah blah blah. We are the king here. And this guy, they kept frustrating these guys. So there was a rebel. A rebel was created from the Anglophone, area, and they're fighting back. And now, it is affecting now. It has become a demon that is eating them up. What I mean, a demon like the rebel that was created. That's because they fight. They don't fight the enemy anymore. These rebels started forcefully collecting things from people. They became, rascals on the street within the Anglophones, and that's what I'm against. You understand? I always like people to be in one accord. Like if we're fighting an enemy, let us all recognize that we're fighting an enemy. I'm not against that. If you recognize an enemy, fight the enemy. But your own people recognize that, and that's what is all that always affect us. In Africa, we start with good intentions, but at the end of the day, we clash with each other. And the enemies will just be there having fun. And that's my point. That's what I was trying to pass. Same thing as just understanding the goals of all these things. And that's why I said what I said. But a lot of people, because of their, which I understand, when those are kind of touchy issues, so it's understandable when people get pissed about something like that. Egbenuge or Tobore says, come on, people, how can you say that man is not Buhari? Are you people that dumb? Including this YouTuber believing this crap. I feel like you are the dumbest person I've ever seen, because I didn't say that. I didn't. It wasn't my words, but you're just dumb. Prince Zuru says, if Buhari is really dead and they're keeping it secret, this is treason, and all the politicians should sentence to death. And that's the thing, like the law, really doesn't. I'm sorry, like the law in Nigeria really doesn't affect these politicians. They are above the law. You should understand that. These guys are above the law. Like, yeah, crazy, isn't it? Prince Zuru said, okay, I've read that. Adbroken Citizen said, I already have the suspicion that Buhari is no more. However, the BBC Yoruba confirmed my suspicion 3 days ago. I saw that as well. I was like, oh my God, like, why would they say Buhari is dead? But it's more like a mistake. But again, it was so like accurate, like the English, right? There was no error. They place it well, like where died is supposed to be, died was there, like each words were like placed correctly. Okay. Ola Ashadi says, I blame Nigerian voting for someone like Buhari. Really is not competent to be a leader. The only thing that I know about, that I can say about this whole Buhari thing, is who is going to be the next president. Because while we're complaining about Buhari, I remember we were here the other day complaining about like the president as well, complaining about Goodluck Jonathan, right? Complaining about how the president was this, was that. Well, we should be worried who's going to be the next president. Like, it might be from fry pan to fire. The next president might be worse than Buhari. Like, I think that's what we should be talking about, like, for reals. Still Heartbroken Citizen. Peter said, you come online today. Yeah, Peter, I see you. Heartbroken Citizen said, the UK knows that Buhari is no more. They are concealing it for their selfish reasons. I have the video of BBC Yoruba referring to the impostor as late Muhammad Buhari. Yeah, there's this video out there. Like, I kept wondering, like, late Buhari, is it intentional or what? I said it was a mistake, but might be intentional though. Chidi Fideli said, good morning, my brother. I see you, Chidi. Good morning. Nkechi said, Maxine, not that Buhari don't know how to answer question, is because he's not a Nigerian. He doesn't know how the system works. E.g., look at the question about the youth. Look at the answer. I'm telling you, like, there was some. I kept wondering, why would the president answer a question like this? Even how he answered the IPOB question, it was like, we will send army. Like, he said it. A president that is under, that understand what democracy is all about, that understand what freedom of speech is all about, that understand that his government is not a military government or a military regime, shouldn't answer the way he answered the IPOB question. You know, he first said, "Oh yeah, I'm aware. Like personally, I'm aware of that tweet." So nobody tweeted that for me. I'm aware of it. First thing he said. Number two, he said that he got the reason why he said what he said on Twitter, why he put out that, was because of what he heard from South leaders and South youths. And that is why he put that out. Now he confirmed that again in that video, that yes, we will send police and we will send soldiers over there to chase them out. Like, from a president. It's like, president, if I've been political about things, is pretending, right? Pretending that, oh, it's not how you think it is. This one is so confident, like nothing is gonna happen to me. Even though I declare war, nothing is gonna happen to me. So I think what is going on, I don't know what is going on. I don't know if it's the real Buhari or not. I just don't know, you know. Okay, so okay, so that is guys, let's read some comments here. Peter Pan Vevo said, Shore is nice piece. Instead of youth to join him now, they are afraid. I think you're talking about Shore and youth don't want to support him. Uche said, did Nigerians really vote for Buhari? Yeah, a lot of Nigerians, even first time, like a lot of Nigerians voted for him. You know, they supported him until, you know, recently they started realizing that, you know, they voted for the wrong person. Heartbroken Citizen said, my brother, it is not and can never be a mistake of that magnitude coming from such a reputable news agency. Open your eyes, the British are already giving us the clue. Yeah, I think you're right. Karen says, you skip my comments. Where's your comment? Let me check. Oh, I didn't see that. You can copy and do that again. Okay. Okay, here we have Abidin saying, we don't have a president. We got to understand that. Kerry says, a president that cannot even understand a simple English, a simple question that primary 6 kids in Lagos understand, I can answer. How will he understand the laws? Again, there was someone, I remember, someone who talked about this, how the goal of these people, why, because the question is, why would they even hide the news if this current Buhari, like if this is the question I asked, I remember asking the man that told me that, oh, Buhari is, you know, the real Buhari is dead. The one there is from South Sudan. The question I asked was, what is the goal? Why would they hide such news from us? What is that goal? What is the benefit? Why would anybody even do that? But what this man says is, the thing is to pass the power over directly to Tinubu. So they know about these things. They know that, you know, we've got a fake president. So what they are doing is they are trying to conceal this whole information so that they can easily pass the power over to Tinubu. Rumors. You know, now we've got another person. Some people say it's from Niger and others say it's from Sudan. Okay, let's read. Another comment: Nigerians should be thinking of electing Shure or Banky W in 2023. No more cabals as Nigerian president. Yeah. The thing here is it's gonna be difficult for people like Shure. And the reason why I said that is because first, a lot of Nigerians don't believe in Shure. And a lot of Nigerians hasn't been convinced. I don't know why that you see, I tell people when you're being stepped upon for a long time, I'm not supporting anybody, but if you're being stepped on a long time for a long time, it'll be very difficult for you to trust anybody. And I think that's what is going on with Showere, other people, other young people coming. Some people have even suggested that, oh, like people like Fashola would be good for that position, right? But I think we just must understand that we've been stepped upon for a long time, and it's to be very difficult for us to trust anybody, or for anybody out there to trust anybody. You keep wondering, why don't they believe in this person? Why don't they believe in that person? It is simply because they have been misled, and Nigerians, just like some of my friends will say, we don't sharpen our eyes, and so the fear to trust anybody is just becoming worse. So what do these people do, which is their goal, so that they can continue to rule? When you have that fear to trust anybody, the old people will continue to rule. I mean, look at Lai Mohammed. That man is like, old enough, but he's still there, still ruling. Anybody could have taken that position. Any young person would have done well with that, position. But no, that is not happening. And that the reason why that is not happening is because, like, we keep believing that the young people wouldn't do better, like they are the same thing as the old people. And now it's even becoming worse, because these days, if you ask any young person, if you become president, what's the first thing that you would do? If you become the state governor, what the first thing you're going to do? The first thing will tell you, oh, I'm going to build a house for my parents. We'll start with personal stuff before you talk about the people. So just look at it. So we are the people as well who get into the government and we become something else. And we've seen young people as well who get there and become something else. I mean, I usually say this. I mean, if this chairman of my area ever watched my videos multiple times, we'll be like, guy, it's okay now. Why you keep calling me out? This guy did nothing, and he's a young guy, but he did nothing in the area. But before he got into power, or before he got into that position, goes house to house, I would say preaching and campaigning. That's what I would call it. This guy will come, like, talk like somebody who have sense. He'll be like, we believe in this person. We believe in the goals, the dreams that this person has. And the next thing is, like, this guy finally got into that position, and the first thing he did, I've said it like here multiple times, is to renovate his grandmother's house, because he doesn't stay in that area. He got a house in the VI, somewhere on VI, maybe Banana Island, I don't know. He got into generator business, and I'm talking about, this generator that they call Lista, like these huge generators, right? Got into that business. We see Caterpillar, like these big machines come and drop these things, because he has the store in beside his grandmother's house. So they usually come over there to offload these big generators and sell. So, like, these are young guys, so I think this, we don't even trust anybody at this point, and that's what is going on. So that's why people don't believe in people like Showore. I'm sorry, but that's the fact. A lot of people don't believe that. They don't believe, whether you're young or not. A lot of Nigerians don't believe that anymore, because everybody's mind has been corrupt. And how do we know? If you notice, no matter anybody, no matter what you're saying, whether it makes sense or not, Nigerians don't believe you anymore. That's because we've been deceived for a long, 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 long time. Would you blame them? No. Come on. If Allah said, vote or no vote, they know who they will, the president. Yeah, of course. Next, next person. And again, there's something that but there's this argument that have been, I personally started that argument, and I've got these people. I like hanging out with people that talk about, like, we just argue about stuff. Healthy arguments, no fight. But I remember us arguing about, okay, now the Biafrans want to leave, right? And now the Biafrans want to leave. Oduduwa Nation want to stand on their own, right? And now it's going to remain just the Hausas. So I remember my argument was, who's going to be the next president? The reason why I said that is because, okay, who's going to be the next president? Is he a Yoruba? And outside again, or which is I can't say Igbo, an Igbo person. Obviously, I don't think Igbo have the chance now because of what the agitation going on, in the eastern part of Nigeria. And the Igbos are not even interested. You just want to leave, right? They're not even interested. Okay, fine. This time, 2023, who's going to be the next president? And this is why I think it's going to be bloody in 2023. I think it's going to be bloody in 2023 because although they said it's not possible, a Yoruba is going to be there. Oh, like a Yoruba is going to be the next president. Okay, who does the Yoruba have? Tinubu. Out of all people in Yoruba land, your best bet is Tinubu. So now, if that is the only thing that Yorubas could offer, that is the only thing. Tinubu is the only thing that Yorubas could offer. That the only person, nobody else. I'm sorry to Yorubas, but that's shame. If you can offer anybody apart from Tinubu, okay, fine. Let's agree that, okay, if the power goes to Yorubas, there will be no war. The war, if it's still Hausa. Okay, fine. Who's going to be the next president? Tinubu. That's the best you guys can put out. And that's just what I think. Okay, fine. If for us to stay away, if it's going to prevent us from having like a war or something, or to get somebody that's going to be there, and the reason with the Igbos, and be like, okay, Igbos, you guys want to leave, you can leave. If we're going to have such president that will be like, okay, Igbos, I see your agitation, like I understand what you guys are going through, I just want you guys to leave. Do what you have to do. Just let's talk about this thing. If Tinubu get there, Tinubu is not going to do that. Tinubu is not going to give the Igbos. He believes in one Nigeria. He believes that that whole he believes in all that. So what I am thinking, the argument, the side I'm on was, if truly Yoruba is going to put out somebody that's going to be democratic, put out somebody that's going to allow the Igbos to do their thing, put out somebody that will call the Igbos and sit them down and talk about stuff. Tinubu is not going to do that. No, there's no way. So the chances of the killings in Igbo land, in Imo State, in Owerri, the chances of ending this thing is very slim, because Tinubu is coming from the same water as the current president, the same mindset. Is the killing going to stop? I don't think so. Is peace going to be restored? I don't think so. So if Tinubu is the only guy that Yorubas could offer, I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry. Like Yorubas, I like, like it's crazy, man. You know, but what can we do? You know. Justin Ike says democracy is non-existent in Africa. Even the UAE that practice monarchy system of government got me feeling more protected in regards to my fundamental human rights being respected. Osaf said all Nigerian politician is a disgrace, young or old. Wilson Justin said, I'm watching you, bro, now. Thank you so much. I see you. Daniel said, send me your WhatsApp line, I beg. I have a WhatsApp link. You can check out. You can check it out in the previous. You'll see it in the comment section. One of the videos, the recent videos, which says charity begins at home. Nigeria needs to change their mentality. Plus, we all need therapy. Which said Nigeria don't need a president. I think we need a president, but a good one. Larry said, okay, you're talking to someone. Ukechi said they did it because they don't want to hand power over to another tribe. Because once they do that, all their nepotism will be dismantled by another president. That's the reason why they hide is death. Yeah, I think we're on the same page on that. Larry says we Igbos, Peter will be. I think you're talking about like Peter will be. Abidin says I don't see any election in 2023. Sure. And Michelle says Yoruba nation all the way. One says Igbo nation. So Charles says, so good to meet you live. Okay, now after talking about we said initially what I said earlier was if Tinubu is the only person, the Yorubas could offer us. I said it that it's a shame because we need options, right? We need to see options. And they said, like I said earlier, again, that is the reason. That's the reason they gave. That's the reason why they think Yorubas wouldn't go into war, or there wouldn't be war. When I mean war, I mean civil war, people shooting on the streets, like a real fight where you don't get to see people outside, just see soldiers, like a real war. So they said, okay, if Yoruba get there, Yoruba or Duduwa nation will go down a little bit. The agitation will go down. And, and what happened to the Igbos? So I say it again. If Yorubas want to put somebody out there, if Igbo say they want to leave, put somebody, even though it's not gonna give Igbos the chance to leave immediately, somebody will sit down and talk to them continuously. We will reason with them. The problem is nobody has been able to reason with the Igbos. Nobody wants to hear what they have to say. And another issue that is going on with the Igbos is, I've seen it multiple times, is the people there, their leaders, some of them are gluttons. They collect bribe. Some of them speak from two sides of their mouths. Like there's this thing. And you've got this youth on the street. I said it earlier, like people got me wrong. How can anybody be happy? Anybody that has a heart be happy to see youth being killed on the street every day? And you still see these Igbo leaders who would come and tell you, oh yeah, supporting the government that killed your own people. That's what I was against, that those people Igbo don't understand. But I've always been on the part where get a president that's gonna sit the Igbos down and let them go. But I'm against Igbos killing Igbos. I'm against, I saw people saying, when I was talking about like somebody flogging a guy on the street, right? An Igbo, right? Because there was a stay-at-home order given by IPOB leaders. Every person, every Biafran should stay at home. Now, because there was I reported that, and I was against that guy beating the guy outside with a cutlass, beating the ESN member, that's the IPOB ESN member, beating another Igbo outside to go inside. It could have injured him severely. It could have, by mistake, hit him with a sharp edge, So I was like, that doesn't make sense. Because these are your people. You must understand that the enemies want you to do that. That's just what I said. The enemies want you to kill yourselves. So that was what I said. Not everybody would understand me, which I get. But we must understand that the enemies is the enemy. It's not the people. It's not your own people. It's not, that's just, what I'm saying. So I'm saying in the next year, I think it's 1 year from now, 1 year and some months from now, if Tinubu becomes president of Nigeria, the chances of them ending the killings in the eastern part of Nigeria is very, very slim. That's just what I think. Except the Yorubas offer someone, because a lot of Yorubas have lost trust in Tinubu. Even his own people don't really trust him like that. He's got loyal fans, but his own people don't really trust him like that. They don't trust him like that. And he knows that. And for somebody who offers you Buhari, why would you trust somebody like that? So we started this argument from the president being fake. And I said, why would anybody hide it from anybody? Why would they hide it from us? Why would they hide that lie to us that is still our real president? Why would they, present him as the real president when he's not? That's my argument. Because, I'm a 50-50 on that. I don't really believe that, but a lot of people believe that guy is from South Sudan and, Niger or something. But why would they? So the argument, that was the argument, and the reply was to pass it over to Tinubu. So Tinubu knows about that. And the president is being controlled. So Lai Mohammed could go out and say whatever he wants to say. Since that is not the real president, he takes it. He agrees with anything they say. So let us read some comments again. Heartbroken Citizen here again said, we have seen them for who they are, and they know this. So this last fight, they are giving their all to sustain the failed state. I urge us all to also intensify our efforts to get what we all want. Wani said, tell them the truth. We, the Yorubas, don't want Tinubu, and it will never reach there. Julius Gina says, I will keep saying it again and again. Nigeria has failed us. They should allow us to leave. We, the Igbos, we move. I've said it. Allow the Igbos to leave. Ola said, Tinubu is not healthy. We're talking about the health part too again, to rule the country. Moreover, I don't see him change anything. We need somebody that is strong. But again, I don't think Tinubu, I don't know. Itunu says, see, the Northerners will always want to remain at the seat of the power. Don't be surprised if APC give Yahaya Bello of Kogi State the running ticket. If a Northerner get into that space, there will be war. There will be serious war. People will die. There's already war going on, we know, but it's going to be more serious. The best bet that I think is maybe a Yoruba will become president. And if you become president, a person that is not Tinubu that can allow peace reign by sitting the Igbos down and talking stuff with them. I say this, I don't think we've had anybody in the past who have called the Igbo leaders, the agitators themselves. I'm not talking about those leaders that eat money, the thieves among the Igbos. I'm talking about the real leaders like Nnamdi Kanu, like all the people on the field. Sit them down and talk about what do you guys want? How can we stop this? I mean, you know, like sit them down and talk to them about it. So the problem of the Igbos is still the Igbo leaders, the thieves among them, those ones who go to Abuja to share the money. Those are the ones, you know, causing this whole chaos, you know, like, because I feel like a normal president should call people like Nnamdi Kanu and sit them down if he's willing to come to talk, you know. What do you guys want? If you guys want to leave, it's fine. Okay, if you don't want to allow them to leave, talk to them. Okay, in 6 years' time, we're going to allow you guys to go. But that's the only way, you know, that I think peace will be able to reign in Nigeria. I was speaking. I have Igbo friends, and I tell people, yeah, I have a guy from northern. Most of you might know him. Skid is from northern part of Nigeria. We are very close. We still talk, and I have a lot of Igbos as friends. I can't even say my best. I can't even point. My best friend ever is an Igbo guy, you know. So like, I can't even like point any, you know, other tribe that we just meet. And but most of the people that, you know, even past relationships, you know, they are Igbos, you know. so so it's always been that I've been close to them, like we talk all the time. But I have one of them who doesn't believe that it will work. Biafra will work. The rest just say, let us leave. Let's give it a shot. But there's one that says, we're going to kill ourselves. He said that the only thing that could bring Biafra together is if they understand that we are here to help each other. Because he said they will always fight each other if they leave them like in a place. That's I think the second guy who I have met that's Igbo that doesn't believe in Biafra. And I told him, and I asked him, what is the solution? Which is shocking. One said he doesn't know. I said, I don't know. I don't want to talk about it. I said, if you don't know, why are you against that? I mean, you should have something to replace that. You can't just say Biafra can't work. But the other one, what I think is, the other one is quite older. It's older. He said, is it 10K? I think 10K or something. He said, there was a guy named 10K. When he was going to school, this guy is quite older than me. I won't call him an old man. No, he will be in his late 40s or something. Yeah, because I move with some people that I, you know, discuss these things with are older people, you know. So this guy was he will be in his late 40s, I believe. And he said, there's a guy in 10K. I think that's it. He said it was after, oh my God. It was after what's this guy? Ojukwu. It was after Ojukwu that, so Ojukwu was already old, so 10K took over. And he gave me the reason why most Igbos that I've met believe that Biafrans is possible, that Biafra is possible, and IPOB is possible. I personally think it's possible. If you allow these people to leave, let us see how they've been fighting for this, right? But I've got two friends, and I gave you a reason. The first one is younger guy, you know, my age. Say he can't explain, doesn't understand, but he doesn't think that Igbos will survive because he think there'll be too much sense. People want to take advantage of the other person. There'll be fights. There'll be blah blah blah. And their leaders are crap. They don't have good Igbo leaders. They'll take advantage of them, the resources and stuff like that. But this other guy doesn't believe in Biafra, but believes that he said that he thinks that he explained that. He said you don't believe in Biafra. Then explain to me. He said there was a guy who has named 10K or something. Now this guy would come to their school. His school at University of Uyo, right? South area. I think so. Yeah, he's in South area. Yeah. So this guy's school there. So they will come over, like, right, to tell them, oh, like, we've spoken to the queen. The queen, that then, the Queen of England is still like very, very much on ground there, in Nigeria. And it still interferes with the business, in Nigerian business, right? Oh, we've spoken to the Queen. The Queen have said it's going to give us our freedom. We've spoken to this person. We've done this. We've done that. And he said, this guy will collect money. He said at that time, their students will pay 2020 naira. And 2020 naira then was a huge money. Not really huge, but it was compared to now. I forgot to ask what year. Crazy, isn't it? Yeah. So is it 1980 something? I don't know. But he said, so this guy will come over and tell them, give them, collect money from them, and they will, they'll gather the money and stuff like that, and he will leave. Usually do that in all university within the South area, Southeast, and that's how this guy does and collect money. He said just recently, he said he heard after that this guy ran away with, just recently, this guy ran away with 4 billion naira or something. He said, tell me, how can such people stand on their own when the other person is trying to take advantage of the other person? When this thing has become like a business for them, this Biafra thing, collect donation and take advantage of the people and run away. So that's what this guy said, right? But the rest of my friends has always been, they believe in Biafra and they believe it can work. Let the government give them the chance first and see if it will work or not. So let me read some comments here. Heartbroken citizen, still you? Must I be one with someone I don't want to be with? What is this thing that makes them feel we should be one, even if it's against our wish? Are we slaves? Before the amalgamation, Igbo's wars. Cool. Abidin Amo says, those that don't like him doesn't count. Those that back him up are those ruling us. Still Abidin, we don't have a say on Nigeria election. Michelle said, Tinubu is a thief. He can't change anything. Let's focus on self-determination. Timmy West, hey, Timmy West, I see you. The first time Mazi Kanu meets Nigerian government, he asked them for referendum. And you see, that's the thing. They need to see this guy down and talk to him. But who would do that? Who will? Nobody. But they want to, is a language, they said the language they understand. I mean, if they understood the language, they would still be protesting. They're still protesting, there's still agitation in the eastern part of Nigeria. That is not the language they understand. So if they understand the language, they would have stopped protesting. But the Igbo still want to leave. Emanuela says, I thought you were Igbo too. That's because all my life I tell people I grew up with Igbos. I was born in their midst, there was a time I was learning how to speak Igbo until they sent me to boarding school. That was where so in boarding school, all we do is just speak English, and that's it. I lost it. But I was like, if you speak Igbo then growing up, if you speak Igbo around me, I understand what you're saying. I might not understand, I might not be able to speak it then, but I understand like everything that, like almost like, let me say 70% of what you're saying. So if you're about to sell me, then I would know that you're about to sell me, until I lost the whole Igbo thing. Where after I went to boarding school, I came back and things changed, Gucci Python said, how Gabon saved my father a lot of story, father to us. Now he's army general. A lot of Igbos are all around the world. Some are president, etc. Wilson said, my man, you love Igbos. I've dated Igbos, like Igbos all my life. Like I think all my previous, like my friends, my past relationships until recently, but my past relationship, they have always been Igbo. And I have, like I said, I have nothing against Igbos, like they are the coolest people like that I've ever met. There's though, they say, Igbos they will try to be corny with you. If you self get brain, they don't go before you ahead. So this if I get the brain for anybody, if you want to take advantage of me, to be, it'd be quite difficult, that kind of thing. So that's why, they're just cool, and I like somebody to always keep me on my feet. Like, let's make we use sense together. I like such person. Challenge me. Let's do this. So yeah, and also the business part of me as well. I got it from Igbos as well. My Igbo friends. Some of the big things that I do today, it was inspired by my, friends from the eastern part of Nigeria. Some of the things that I do today, learning how to also fix phones, because then I was like quite good in technology. It was an Igbo, a friend of mine. We don't talk anymore, but we don't. It's not like we are. It's not. It's been a while that we talked. It's not like we don't like talk rapport like friends. We're still friends. We're still cool. But adults don't they come. Adults don't they come now. So we know we need to talk like that, but we still talk. But yeah, that's how I learn about some of those things. But some of the things that I learned today, I got that from my Igbo friends, like learning how to set up phones, then hacks on phones, hacks on laptops, like all those things, like back then, I it was from my friends. We did as competition then. Now we never got into shady business, and that's why I tell people, like, we never said, oh, we want to dupe this person, oh, we want to dupe that person, oh, we want to and that's the thing. I've seen people say, oh, like when you mingle with Igbos, they will try to take advantage of you. And all my friends, we've always been like, how are we going to get money legit? Like, how are we going to use our head to get the money legit? And that's all we're all about, Okay. Abidin says, okay, Abidin sent a message to Adbroken Citizen that's because their leaders are well informed, not greedy morons we have in Nigeria. Abidin says, just check the lineup of our leaders, Lai Mohammed and Co. We are in hell, I'm telling you. Lisa said, good afternoon. Good afternoon, Maxine, just joining. I see you, my friend. Ifelo said, thumbs up, guys. I see you. Kelechi John says, hello, guys. I see you. Kelechi John, still Kelechi John. I'm proud to be Igbo. Okay. Alex says, Abraham. Okay. Abraham, I'm not Igbo. I have issues with person that I'm Christian. Don't call me Ibra. Okay, Ibra, my bro. The main problem with Nigeria is is the West. The West, with so much education, choose to intentionally play ignorance, living in denial. You have a point there, and this was part of the discussion. Like the western part of Nigeria, like they are one of probably the most educated in Nigeria, but you don't see the signs. I mean, look at Lai Mohammed. Look at Lai Mohammed. How can you be proud to be? Crazy, isn't it? Akam O says, Mexican greetings. Winston Justin said, oh, you developed from Igbo language to English. Not bad. John said, Nigerian government wanted to kill us, the Igbos. Gucci said, that is not a real Buhari. Ifelo said, Ichoko. Uwaya with Chima said, thanks so much, bro. I really appreciate you from Dublin, Ireland. Well, thank you so much. John said the hatred from the federal government is so real. Heartbroken Citizen said a peaceful referendum is what we want. Yeah, it's true, but nobody will want to, no government will want to do that. And that's why I don't get it. That's what I don't get, The government will want to do that. The government will want to like sit down and have a chat with, what they call Nnamdi Kanu now? They call him a terrorist. And that is they usually mark people. That's what the government is when they mark you with such a name, you're hardly the law, you're already against the law. You know, like if they mark you a terrorist, that's it. That's all they have to do. You know, automatically you're doing something that's against the law. So whatever you do, it will never be right. And that's what they did to Nnamdi Kanu. I remember listening to, is this show Gabar? Gabar. He said, the terrorist, Nnamdi Kanu. That's all they have to do. Tag you a terrorist, and that is it. And so that's what they did to Nnamdi Kanu. So to even have like peaceful referendum with that guy, no, they wouldn't want to. You know, they would say, "Ah, no, that's terrorist." You know. Penny White said, watching from Dortmund dictatorship day, amazing. Austin says, "You gotta help us in this country." Henry Ben says, "Wahala for who we no like or love Igbo." Okay, guys, that is okay. Ed Kelly said, "Alpha bro, you no go protest." That's because there's no protest around here. Like it's far away. You know, I joined the NSAS protest. You know, when it was happening, so there was no biggie. Yeah, no biggie. Shatta Dani said they should give the Igbo the chance this time. Hopefully in 2023, we don't know who's going to be the next president. But like I said, quote me anywhere. If, you know, this guy, Tinubu, becomes president, I doubt if he's going to allow the Igbo to leave. And I doubt if the unrest in the eastern part of Nigeria is going to stop. Because Tinubu is coming from the same mindset as this president. And another thing that I said, if you're just joining, is Yorubas. Tinubu, is it the only person you can offer? Is this what you can offer? Is this, after this education, after the whole this thing, is Tinubu your best bet? Man. Well, guys, I'm going to hold it here. We've been going off like an hour. Yeah. So just a few comments and I'll leave. Thank you so much for like staying around. Yeah. So let me take like a few comments here. The Yoruba elite took advantage of respect culture in Yoruba land negatively, but unfortunately, the Igbo guy is a game changer. Now the common Yoruba man now have voice or something. In the next video, next one, I'm going to give you guys, I don't want to give you guys the whole information. I mean, you know, I need to keep something for myself to give you guys. The next video or the next, I don't know when I'm going to go live again. But next time, we're going to talk about, hopefully I remember though, I'll try to write it down. What my discussion with this set of people about Igbo, whether they believe in Igbo's move or not. Yes. I've got somebody who didn't even believe in Igbo's move and gave reasons. So we're going to talk about that. Today is IPOB. The next video would be Oduduwa Nation, the government and Oduduwa Nation. And today is IPOB. You know, yes, guys, I just want to say thank you guys for staying around. I mean, we've learned a lot. I tell people every day, you know, we learn from each other. Like nobody knows it all, you know, like we just have to learn and just keep learning every day, because the rate at which we're going now in Nigeria, you have to know things. You have to be enlightened. That's it, because the government don't want you to be enlightened. They don't want you to know the law. They don't want you to know anything, so they can continue ruling. So an average Nigerian, a poor guy on the street, a youth that is struggling, or that's what you must be, you know, good up here, because that's the only thing that will help you, you know, right now, the way it's going now in Nigeria. Thank you, and till we see you next time. Peace.